You are the type of owner who actually shows up. The morning walks, the backyard fetch sessions, the toys scattered across the living room floor. You are doing everything the advice columns tell you to do. And your dog still destroyed something before lunch. That is not a failure of effort. That is a failure of targeting. Physical exercise and mental fatigue are completely different systems, and for 5 years, nobody told you that. This video fixes that. You have been solving the wrong problem. Not because you are lazy or uninformed, but because the most common dog advice out there is built around one assumption: a tired body means a calm dog. It does not. This video is going to show you exactly why that logic breaks down, what actually produces lasting calm, and how 5 minutes inside your home can do more than an hour of fetch ever could. Let us start with something that probably sounds familiar. Your dog goes for a long run or a serious fetch session. You come home, give them water and think, okay, this is it. They are finally going to settle. And for maybe 20 minutes they do. Then the zoomies start, or the whining, or the chewing, and you are standing there thinking, I just exercised this dog for an hour. What is going on? Here is what is going on. You built their stamina. That is literally what cardiovascular exercise does. It conditions the body to handle more output, recover faster, and sustain effort longer. So when you run your dog every single day expecting them to get tired, you are actually training them to need more running to feel the same effect. You are not solving the energy problem. You are compounding it. Physical tiredness and neural fatigue are not the same thing. Not even close. A physically tired dog is quieter for a window of time. Their muscles need recovery, but their brain is still fully online, still scanning for stimulation, still restless in that particular way that makes them pace, paw at you, or find something to destroy. That is not a calm dog. That is a dog whose body is temporarily out of commission, while their mind is still running at full speed. A neurologically fatigued dog is different. A dog that has been asked to think, to solve, to make decisions, to regulate impulse, and to use their nose seriously, that dog chooses to lie down. Not because their legs are tired, because their brain is genuinely done processing for a while. That is the calm you are actually looking for. So where does that fatigue come from? Let us talk about the science, because this part changes everything. Your dog's nose is not just a nose. It is a cognitive engine. The olfactory system in a dog processes somewhere between 10,000 and 100,000 times more scent information than the human nose does. When your dog is actively tracking a scent, distinguishing between layers of smell, locating a hidden source, they are not just sniffing. They are running intensive parallel processing across multiple brain regions at the same time. The olfactory cortex is engaged, obviously. But so is the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for decision-making and impulse regulation. So is the hippocampus, which handles memory and spatial mapping. So is the limbic system, which governs emotional state and arousal. All of these systems firing together, simultaneously, for 5 focused minutes, produce a level of cognitive load that 30 minutes of running simply cannot touch. This is why working dogs after a search task do not just rest. They sleep deeply, not because of how far they ran, because of how hard their brain worked. Distance covered is not the currency of exhaustion. Cognitive load processed is. Now let us make this practical, because understanding the mechanism only matters if you can use it tonight. The 5-minute protocol has 3 levels. You start where your dog is, and you can progress within the same session or across days, depending on how quickly they catch on. Level 1 is the muffin tin puzzle. Take a standard muffin tin, place treats in a few of the cups, and cover all of them with tennis balls. Set it down in front of your dog and let them work it out. Do not help them. Do not point or guide. Let them nose the balls, paw them, figure out the system. That act of figuring it out, of testing and adjusting and discovering, is cognitive work. It does not look intense from the outside, but inside their brain, circuits are firing that a game of fetch never touches. Level 2 is cardboard box searching. Take 3 or 4 boxes, place one treat inside one of them, fold the flaps loosely, and scatter them around the room. Tell your dog to find it. Use whatever word you want. Find it, search, go find, as long as you are consistent. Let them move between boxes, sniff, eliminate the empty ones, and locate the reward. As they get better at this, increase the number of boxes, reduce the treat smell by wrapping it, and add distance between the boxes. You are now asking for sustained scent discrimination, spatial memory, and persistence. That is a serious cognitive task. Level 3 is room-wide hide and seek with a specific object. Hide a particular toy or a scent item in another room. Ask your dog to find it. They have to remember what they are looking for, track it through multiple scent layers in a complex environment, and self-direct the search without your help. The self-direction piece is important. Every moment your dog is making an independent decision, where to go next, which corner to check, whether to backtrack, they are spending cognitive resources. That expenditure is cumulative, and it is deeply tiring. Now here is a layer that most people miss. Impulse control drills, woven into any of these activities, multiply the neural fatigue significantly. Right in the middle of the search, when your dog is mid-excitement and fully locked in, ask for a sit or a down. Do not yell it, just say it clearly and wait. The moment they interrupt their own arousal state to comply with your cue, that self-interruption is one of the most cognitively expensive things a dog can do. It requires the prefrontal cortex to override the limbic drive. That override is exhausting in the best possible way. Reward it generously, then release them back to the search. Do this 2 or 3 times per session. You are not just tiring them out. You are building the exact neural pathways that produce a dog who can choose calm instead of just collapsing into it. And the results are not theoretical. Dogs that receive 10 to 15 minutes of structured nose work daily, not hours, not exhausting outdoor adventures, just consistent, focused indoor scent work, show measurable reductions in destructive behavior and nighttime restlessness. Within 2 weeks, 2 weeks of muffin tins and cardboard boxes, no special equipment, no outdoor space required. Nothing you do not already have in your kitchen or your recycling bin. This is the part that tends to surprise people. They expect that doing less physical activity will produce a worse result, but that expectation was built on a false premise. The premise that the body is the source of the problem. It is not. The brain is the source of the problem. And once you start targeting the brain, everything changes. Tonight, hide 5 treats across 3 rooms and tell your dog to find them. That is the whole experiment. Give it an hour after they finish, then compare that energy level to the hour after your last long walk. You do not need to take my word for any of this. Your dog will show you the difference. And once you see it, you will never go back to relying on distance alone. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.